So let your hips go side to side. Good. And then circle. If you're circling, take it other direction. All right, and then coming back to center. Here's where we're going to play with our balance again. Let's try toes close together, heels apart. Remember, you can hold on to your chair, have it in front of you or off to your side. And then with our feet kind of close together, we're going to reach that right arm out to the side. Maybe take left arm up and over too. And just feel your balance here. And then come back up. And then we'll go second side. So we're leaning and reaching out to that left side and maybe taking the right arm up and over. Good. And then back up to center. Beautiful. So now contrast that with feet wider. Toes are still facing forward. And then once again, we're reaching out to the right and then taking left arm up and over. Good. And then center. Beautiful. And then reach to the left, maybe right arm up and over. Beautiful. And then back to center. Good. So observe, the wider your feet are, the more balance that you might feel, or the more stable you might feel. With your feet a little wide and parallel to each other, we're going to keep the hands on the hips. I want to turn it sideways so you can see. Keep the hands on the hips and a little bend in the knees. Hinge at your hips. Keep your elbows back. Keep your rib cage lifting. We're going to find a little half forward fold here. So my head is staying even with my hips. My hands can be on my thighs, might be on the shins. Some of you are going to let your head drop more, but I'm going to stay here. But you can choose that. So take a breath or two and notice again if your feet feel equally engaged with the ground. Or are you pressing more through one side than the other? Now bring your hands back to your hips. Slowly come back up. Beautiful. All right. And then let's take a little march. You can march things out. So here's the balance. When we lift one leg and then the other leg. What's working, right? Maybe your arms swing along as we go. How many of you spend most of your time walking and looking down? That can change your balance. Try to be able to look forward most of the time when you're walking, okay? All right, and then let's swing it out. So let your feet go a little wider and swing your body side to side. Good. Phew, all right, so here we go. We're gonna go to goddess pose. So feet are wider, toes turned out diagonally. I'm going to step back a little bit. All right, and then a little bend to the knees. All right, so we are using some of our ankles and our thighs here. Take a look and see if your tailbone is sticking out, and you're going to try and bring it down just a little so that the lower belly is lifting in. Okay, so we're just going to straighten and bend. Straighten and bend. If you have any knee issues, you're just going to do a tiny bend, okay? All right. And then when you're ready, we're going to add the goddess. So elbows bent. Good. Inhale, elbows back. Exhale, elbows come closer together. Good. Take two more. Inhale. Expand your chest. Exhale. Stretch the upper back. And one more. Good. Good. And then release. Wiggle out the hips. Good. And we're going to play with a little bit of balance here. So again, have your chair in front of you or off to the side. We're going to take and come back into that bend. And then shift more of your weight into the left foot and tap the right foot and tap the left foot. And then come back down. And then shift more into the left, tap the right. Good. So we can come into goddess. Lifting and tapping, lifting and tapping. If you're starting to feel pretty fancy, you can lift and keep it up and lift. I got my wall here. Yeah, okay. One more each side. And I'm holding my chair. There we go. And the wall. Yeah, good job. Phew. Bring it down. Ah, nice job. So I don't know. I mean, in our life, we don't do this. We never do this in our regular life. But maybe you have like, something you have to step over. You're walking alongside, you're walking down the street and something's in the way. You've got to step kind of over off to the side. So those are pretty valuable skills. All right, so holding the back of your chair, we're going to take a downward facing dog. So bend your knees, walk your hips back, and straighten out your arms, coming into an L, upside down L shape. And then just giving it a couple of breaths here. And then looking forward and stepping forward.